it's a delight to have with us our guest Bhavik Mehta, Deputy Head of Research at Financial Century. Welcome with us. It's always a pleasure to have you with us. Let's talk about the performance that we are awaiting today for the UAE indices. To what extent are we going to stay in this pattern at the time that today we have lack of news coming from the companies and the movements that we have during Ramadan?
Right. So first of all, thank you for having me on the show. Now, what has happened is the most critical part regarding the earnings of the big names that has already taken place. So far, a very stellar performance from the big banking real estate names. Now, looking at the absolute performance of UAE indices, you talk about Abu Dhabi and Dubai markets. So far, they seem to be holding well despite the US equity markets falling. What has really happened is the diversification theme, as far as UAE is concerned, that seems to be in focus at this point of time. So, solid non oil growth rate coupled with influx of expat population that is actually playing on the economic themes. So, in the absence of the major drivers, still what we are seeing is market is in extremely holding pattern. Index again taking major support. So overall, a good solid uptick for both the indices.
Perhaps what we have also seen of revisions this time. Let's talk about the latest revision for FTSE, for the UAE indices. We can still see that new stocks are introduced to this international index. To what extent this will be affecting positively the markets, and what are we to expect today as we have more Emirati indices part of the international indices?
Well, it's a very positive step as far as inclusion of UAE stocks in the FTSE indices is concerned. So, if you look at the overall IPO activity that has happened across GCC, specifically Saudi Arabia and UAE, we've seen lot many state utility companies, private companies that have got listed. Now, there is some amount of concern as far as the private listings are concerned. So, we've seen stocks like Lulu and even Spinneys dropping. But the major utility names, so if we talk about likes of Deva, Salik, they are still holding well. The IPO gains are intact, and because of this inclusion in the major global indices, the weightage of these stocks is indirectly going to force the other global investors to actually buy the stock in the passive holdings. So it's a big positive for the overall stocks.
It's always a delight having you with us. Thank you so much, Bhavik
Thank you.
Mehta, Deputy Head of Research at Century Financials, for being with us.
Thank you.